today we will see the experiment of the power electronics application. So the list of experiments is attached here. Second experiment, that is uh, PI, characteristics of thyristor and measurement of its holding and matching current. So VI characteristics means current versus voltage characteristics of the thyristor to learn the behavior of thyristor when voltage is applied and note down the corresponding current that we have to learn in the characteristics. This shows that the forward blocking voltage capacity of the thyristor it will help you to find out the holding and matching current of a particular device. So again, the characteristics uh, is helpful to understand the working of power devices, uh, the behavior of a power device under a different condition when external field is applied. So it is helpful for us to study the characteristics of SCR and measure the holding and matching current. Then requirements again SCR, that is circuit board, power supply, multimeter, and connecting wires required. Objective again to learn the construction of SCR, its symbol, its working behavior when it is applied. To learn the characteristics of SCR when it is followed by a solution. Normally, we are not plotting any characteristics in real bias condition because your SCR will may be damaged if you are increasing the voltage beyond the uh, reverse breaker voltage. And find out the holding and matching current. So construction and symbol of SCR. So as construction, uh, construction of SCR, it is a 4 PN layers. So first one, that is PA, and this next one is the P. So middle P layer is normally actually the outer P and N layer is heavily doped and middle P and P layer are lightly doped. So the gate is connected to the middle P layer, which is a lightly doped. The area for all four layers is the same, but doping levels are different. There will be a three junction J1, J2, and J3. Right? Three terminals called anode and cathode. One is gate. So this device is very similar to the construction of, or maybe a symbol is very similar to the diode. Only additional terminal called as a gate is connected, right? So this device is again a unidirectional device. Current flow from only one direction, that is anode to cathode, and that current is also depends upon the gate. So if gate current or gate pulse is applied, then and then only this device may turn. So otherwise, this device will remains off, right? So what happens exactly in the construction of SCR? Junction J, J1, J2, and J0 are three junctions. So if you apply positive voltage to the anode with respect to cathode, so if I connect a battery between these two, positive and negative, then what happens? Uh, because of this positive supply connected to the anode, the junction J1 is already forward bias, right? Because the number of holes get added into the P region, because of that depletion region at junction J1 decreases, the junction J1 is forward bias. Similarly, due to this negative voltage applied to the cathode, electrons get added in the N region, and because of that, the junction J3 is also a forward bias. Only junction J2 is a reverse bias when the supply voltage is applied to this condition. Right? So, if suppose we are connecting the gate voltage, that is a positive gate voltage, then what happens? Because of that, the number of volts get added into this P region, and this will increase the conductivity of this P region, decreases the depletion region between this NP region or this SNP region, right? And then your device may be turns on. Now, how much gate voltage is required to turn on? Whatever the anode to cathode voltage, then what is the current required to turn on this particular SCR? That we have to learn in a characteristics. Right? So this characteristics, the circuit diagram to plot the characteristics of SCR. So we are using here SCR, the device, two multimeters. One is gate current, another is anode current, and one voltage between anode to cathode. So that is a voltmeter. We require two power supply, that is one 0 to 5 volt, another is 0 to 50 or maybe 200 volt. Right? Depends upon the anode current of SCR. So in this particular circuit, uh, when the gate voltage is equal to 0, if gate voltage is equal to 0, it means that gate current is also equal to 0 milliampere, right? If you are increasing the voltage from this anode to cathode, your SCR remains off, or maybe called as forward blocking state, because we are connecting positive to the anode with respect to negative. So SCR is in forward blocking state, right? But it will never conduct because the gate current is equal to 0 ideally, right? So what happens if the gate current, sorry, anode voltage increases, that is on y-axis, x-axis, on y-axis there will be anode current. So what happens if the gate current is 0, the current to the SCR, ideally 0, practically a small current flow through the SCR. So SCR remains off, and then after forward breakover voltage, every SCR may be turned on without a gate current, but it requires a very large voltage, right? That is called as a forward breakover voltage. So SCR definitely turns on. Once SCR turns on, current flow through the SCR, right? So SCR once turns on, the voltage across SCR is equal to 1 volt. That is called as a on state voltage drop, right? Immediately before to turn on SCR, the voltage across SCR is equal to the applied voltage. But once SCR turns on, the voltage across SCR equal to 1 volt, or called as a on state voltage drop. So immediately the condition from this one to this, the voltage drop and then current increases rapidly, right? This is the first condition. If you apply 1 volt, so that time the current is equal to, for example, 1 milliampere. So if current is 1 milliampere, then what happens? Your SCR will be turned on at this called as IG1. So whatever the voltage required to turn on the SCR without gate, that is a very large. But if you increase the gate current, it will be turned on maybe at a lower voltage, right? Once it turn on, again voltage drop to 1 volt and current increases, right? If you further increase the voltage, then current also increases 2 milliampere. If it is increases, then SCR will be turned on at here. See, this is a condition for 1 milliampere and 2 milliampere. So this voltage is approximately 200 volt, right? So this voltage will be definitely 150 volt, right? If I increase the further gate current, SCR will turn on at here. It will be 100 volt and so on. So what happens exactly? If the gate current increases, the required voltage to break the SCR or to turn on the SCR also decreases, right? So this is the characteristics. Once your SCR turns on, the voltage across SCR is equal to 1 volt. Okay. In reverse bias condition, SCR will never conduct. This is the leakage current due to the minority charge carrier. But if you increase the reverse voltage beyond the reverse breakdown, then SCR permanently damaged, and then the current also flow to the device. But that condition should not be observed because your device is permanently damaged, right? It cannot be recovered. So this is about the characteristics of SCR. The procedure is given here for your reference. The steps for SCR characteristics: connect the circuit, set the anode voltage to some fixed value. Now slowly increase the gate voltage and measure the reading of current I. Repeat the step 3 until SCR is turned on. When SCR is on, stop increasing the gate voltage and measure the value of I. Right? Then IGO, VAK, that where readings are given. Then plot the characteristics of SCR. Second one is to measure the IH and IL. This is most important. Connect the circuit as shown in figure. Set the gate current slightly higher than IGO. Now slowly increase the anode voltage until the ammeter connected to the anode shows some current, right? Now turn off the gate voltage and see if the anode current meters reduces this to 0 value. Then again give the gate voltage and increase the anode current again. Repeat this step number 4, right? You will get some reading to the anode current meter even after removing gate voltage, and that current is called as a IL, latching current. Latching current is a minimum current which flow through the device even the gate bias is removed. If you remove the gate bias, still your SCR remains on. That's what is called latching device. So once the current to the SCR is greater than latching current, then your SCR remains on. Even if you remove the gate voltage, SCR remains on. Now, slowly reduce the anode voltage to zero, so that anode current meter reading also reduces zero. At one value of anode voltage, the anode current IL suddenly reduced to the zero, and this is known as the holding current. Okay. Okay. So this is about the SCR characteristics, supply voltage, SCR voltage across SCR, it's called VAK, and current to the SCR. So as supply voltage is 200 or 100, voltage across SCR may be a 100 or maybe 99, and that time whatever current. So current may be initially 0, 0, 0. At particular value of voltage of SCR, the current will be suddenly increases like 3 milliampere, 5 milliampere, 10 milliampere, and so on. After that, your current increases, right? Voltage across SCR reduces. At this value of voltage, if it is 200 at this reading or maybe level, that time the current is equal to 0. But after that, SCR turns on, so voltage across SCR equal to 1 volt only, and your current may be a 30 milliampere. After that, the voltage across SCR remains 1 volt, it may be a 40 milliampere. It remains 1 volt, 50 milliampere, 1 volt, 60 milliampere, and so on. So you can say your SCR turns on at this value. Okay. So conclusion again, that is up to you. You have to write a conclusion from what you learn in this particular time. Thank you.
Today, whatever the instruments we require, it's a power supply, DC power supply. It consists of two power supply. One is a high voltage, another is a low voltage. High voltage power supply is used for anode voltage and low for gate voltage. So this power supply is first connected from the power supply to the particular kit. We are having this characteristics kit in which two multimeters are given. These are the analog multimeters, but still we connect digital multimeters for accuracy. This particular kit having maybe a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 total devices like GTO, diode, then a transistor, power transistor, IGBT, then MOSFET, then TRIAC and SCR. So you can perform all 7 practicals on the same kit. So today we are performing practical on SCR. Right? So gate voltage which is taken from power supply to the kit, and from this particular multimeter, after multimeter, this gate voltage is given to the gate of SCR. Similarly, anode voltage which is given from this high voltage supply to the multimeter, that is drain current, through this another multimeter, then through the link to the anode of SCR, and cathode is connected with the ground. So this is the connections of this particular kit. Now in a characteristics of SCR, we are going to perform the practical, that is drain voltage or drain current versus that is ID versus VDS when VGS is constant, or maybe IG current is constant. So here anode voltage actually. So anode voltage we are varying with the help of this pot, and first we adjust the gate current. Here we are setting gate current equal to 8 milliampere. So gate current is initially 8 milliampere. The voltage, that is anode voltage, initially 0. Now we will increase the anode voltage and note down the corresponding drain current. As the anode voltage is maybe greater than forward breakover voltage, immediately your SCR turns on and current through the SCR, that is drain current, increases rapidly. At the same time, voltage across SCR reduced to 1 volt. So we will see that one. So initially we increase the voltage of 25 volt. See, it's a 30 volt. Anode to cathode voltage is 30 volt, and that time the drain current is very small. That is due to the minority charge carrier. It is approximately 2 milliampere. It's not an on condition of SCR. Then we increase the voltage. Here we are increasing voltage, that is 46, 47, 50. If you see, the correct drain current is ideally 0, practically very small drain current is flowing. Okay, okay. So as we will put these two multimeter together so that we will get the reading at the same time. This is a anode to cathode voltage and this is a drain current. Okay, so anode to cathode voltage we are increasing. Just observe the drain current. It is very small, something 0.85 milliampere. Voltage is 80 volt. Still SCR is not on, it is in off state. As soon as the voltage is greater than breakover voltage, SCR turns on and voltage across SCR reduced to 1 volt and drain current, anode current increases rapidly. So that situation may arise. 97 volt, 100, 104, it's a 120, 125. Still the SCR remains off. Now at this particular voltage 154 approximately, if you observe that the voltage across SCR is approximately 1 volt and anode current is increased up to 126 milliampere. This is the condition when SCR is on. After this, if I remove, if I remove the gate voltage, still your SCR is on. So the voltage across SCR is 0.9 and current is 126. See, gate is removed, but still your SCR is on. That's why this device is called as a latching device. Okay. So after this, if I remove the gate current, still your SCR remains on. This is the practical. And one more thing, that is latching current and holding current definitions are already given. We will see how to find latching and holding current in the next part.